Let's meet the visiting team, Los Angeles Lakers.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. Last game for the Pelicans, they picked up a W against Orlando. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on it.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way. And that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against the defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Russell is out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Hibbert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Davis. A 20-point game for him in the win against Orlando.
And of course, you cannot forget just how dominant his shot blocking was in that game. Just changed the entire complexion of that game.
Here's Russell following the basket by Anthony Davis. Goes up on the wing. Russell with the bucket. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. There may be some questions for a while about D'Angelo Russell. People will guess which position he's best at in the NBA. You and I saw him firsthand playing for the Bucks. I mean, he is a terrific talent.
Yeah, he really is. I think he's an old school guard, Kevin. He can play with the ball and be effective, or he can play off the ball. He's got a really bright future. Love watching him play and grow as a one-year college guy at Ohio State.
Offensive rebound.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, did them from those playing.
From deep. And Davis pulls it down. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Evans attacking. Outside for Davis. New Orleans moving the ball around. And Hibbert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Hibbert touched it last. Here's Evans in the game against Orlando. Very impressive. Last season was possibly the best of Tyreke Evans' career, at least since his unbelievable rookie campaign.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of that has to do with his injury history. I mean, last year he played in 79 games. That's the most of his career. So you could say it was probably the healthiest season he's had since he was a rookie.
You know, back to Tyreke Evans last year, he had a big jump in three-point percentage. He was also up in assists, rebounds. Really did a lot of good things. The only bad news, he was also up in turnovers. How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Holiday dishes to Usher. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points. And talking about Tyreke Evans, you really hope he can build.
Stephen do a WWE video.
He has too much talent to waste on inconsistency. Time for him to just step.
TRRDF.
In the prime of his career.
The Pelicans have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Usher, the pass to Evans.
QQQ.
Shot no good. Good work defensively by Kobe. Here's Russell. That's basket number 2. Shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And Holiday kicks to Usher.
Cuckoo.
And we're approaching approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him.
Oh, boy. Woo-hoo. Sweet move. Tough finish. What a play.
Clarkson kicks to Russell. And the foul goes on Roy Hibbert. That's his first foul.
Yeah, a bit over-eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Every time.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. New Orleans is still a relatively young team, but they play with the maturity, I think, Clark, that's beyond their years.
You know, Kevin, the average age for them last year was just over 25 years old, and the youngest team in the West, actually, to make it to the playoffs last year.
Brandon Basses checked in for Roy Hibbert.
And for the Pelicans, part of why they look so mature is how they protect leads. I mean, rarely giving away points for free and knowing how to close out games.
Here's Cole, following the score by Lou Williams. Cole dishes to Ajinça, and that one's good.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here. And, you know, guys, the Pelicans only lost 5 games last year where they led going into the fourth quarter. They won 38 when entering the fourth quarter with the lead. That's very mature basketball for a team that's as young as they are.
Get it to go. For New Orleans, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Pondexter, no good.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
The Pelicans trail.
The Pelicans call timeout.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish.
What is that noise in the background?
And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. The Pelicans fourth.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
Taking a look at Lou Williams last year, kind of a typical year for him, a lot of scoring on bad efficiency.
Yeah, and for Lou, he did make it over the 40% field goal mark, but just barely.
Just barely, you're right.
Steven, you suck.
Burgess. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Shoots from the high post. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Boy, an awful lot to like about that shot from Williams.
Pelicans trail by 5. There's the dish to Cunningham. Deep 2 from Anderson. And that's good for 2. Anderson's got his first bucket of the night.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on D.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Cole. He had 13 points in the win against Orlando.
Yeah, but he set up shop at the free throw line. I mean, he just could not be defended out on the floor.
Williams. No good. It's a tie. And one of the rising stars in the NBA.
Steven, you know that I'm only watching your videos.
A lot of face-up, you know.
Well, I tell you, you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hurt you.
Yeah, the brow definitely has the full toolkit available to him, and I say that affectionately. Tools a lot of guys don't learn to use until much later in their careers, Kevin.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here And what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
You know, they're not going to sit back and just take jump shots. It's all about attacking the paint and getting to the rim.
That's who they are. They've been the aggressor early, attacking the hoop and getting into that paint.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Russell is out there with Clarkson. Then there's Larry Nance. Then it's Randall. And it's Hibbert in at the center, filling out the middle. Holiday, the pass to Davis. In the corner, it's Gordon. Lets it go with the three. And Tyreek Evans is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And no doubt the Lakers had some defensive issues last season. I mean, no true center on that roster. And at times, they were just feasted upon on the inside.
A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Davis got a piece of it. And Nance kicks to Russell for the three. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
And that's an aggressive play to try to get the rebound. Just a little too aggressive.
And unnecessary. That's over the top. That's doing too much, Greg. He wasn't in good position there, and he was never going to get the ball. He just wasted a foul.
The Lakers did have problems defending inside, Greg. You're right, both on drives, Clark, and on post-ups.
Yeah, you know, they were second to last in the league in field goal percentage at their own rim. And rim protection is more than just blocking shots. So they got a lot of blocks as a team, but anything they didn't block went in.
Holiday dishes to Gordon. Kicks to Davis. It's deflected, but they get it back. Just two to shoot. It's stolen by Nance. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block,
Roman Atwood sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Last year, the Pelicans, Greg, pushed their way into the postseason. It was a neck-and-neck battle for that number 8 spot, as you recall, with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And how about the excitement down the stretch? They were able to edge out the Thunder and Russell Westbrook on that just point binge down the stretch there. And what a final day that was. A big, huge win over the Spurs let them get into the postseason for the first time under the Pelican moniker.
And it's Gordon. That time on the assist by Asher. Gordon's got 5 points now this quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for New Orleans.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
It's good from long range. Clarkson's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
And as you said, I mean, New Orleans made the playoffs for the first time under the name Pelicans. Unfortunately for them, they ran into the Warriors. in the first round and were promptly swept away.
And thinking back to the Pelicans playoffs from last year, let a 20-point lead slip away in that fourth quarter of Game 3. But they played better than a sweep and got valuable postseason experience for that young roster.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Usher. Cunningham comes in for Tyreek Evans. And it's Norris Cole in for Eric Gordon. Here's Davis. That's short off the rim.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Here's Bryant. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3. To start the game.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
And finished off by Bass.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder. And that's exactly what that play looks to be.
Lakers have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting.
And looking at Jrue Holiday, there's one thing he could do to really improve his game. Something that would, for the first time in a full season, help get his field goal percentage up over 45%. And that's just to get to the rim more often. Attack off the dribble.
Cole from outside off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 4. On the wing, Bryant shoots from the corner, and another basket for the Lakers.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And Holiday kicks to Davis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Lakers have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Williams kicks to Kobe. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Bryant's got 6 points in the quarter.
And he's got it going here in the second, gaining momentum as this game continues to go.
And Holiday kicks to Cole. Davis sets a screen. And Anderson has it in the corner. Can't get it to go. And the Lakers take it the other way. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
Holiday against Williams. And Holiday kicks to Davis. No luck.
And that's just great work there to get it.